Okay, here is part 2 of the Paratroopers game. In the part 1 video, we had the Paratrooper code ending with the Paratrooper landing with this loop here, repeat until touching the ground, this brown color. So I added a few more things. Sorry, it was ending with this, switch costume to Paratrooper closed. That is the Paratrooper without the parachute. Now I added a few more things. First, I created a variable called landed troopers over here, which shows you how many troopers are landed. The reason for that is, as I had mentioned, that in the game which I used to play, when the paratroopers reached 4 of them, they would go to the gun and destroy it. So I wanted to recreate that. And also, if you decide to work on the game further, you might want to keep track of how many paratroopers have landed for scores or something. So I said, if you change when the paratroopers land, that is when this loop is completed without the paratrooper getting shot, it means the paratrooper has landed. So you change landed troopers by 1, and then you check if the landed troopers are more than 3, then you execute this sequence of commands. I put this forever loop because if you put this like this without the forever loop, then only the 4th paratrooper and so on will go and execute these commands. So I put this so that when the first 3 land, they are also checking, their clones are checking this code. So this is what this does. The first one lands, landed troopers is changed by 1, landed troopers is changed by 2, 3, and the 4th one lands. Then they all glide towards the aircraft and they wait for a few seconds, then they blow it up. The blowing up sequence is pretty straightforward. I simply added a costume for the anti-aircraft gun, and basically it's something that looks like a flame. The paratroopers go to it, they broadcast the boom. When the anti-aircraft receives the boom over here, it switches costume to explosion. That is this costume. This is the gun, this is the explosion costume. It switches costume, and then it basically grows and shrinks so that it simulates some sort of explosion. And then switch backdrop to game over, this one here, and stop all scripts. That's basically it. So those are the things I added there. I also added a flame to the gun. It's basically this. There are 2 of them because the gun has 2 barrels. Are they called barrels for an anti-aircraft? The code is pretty straightforward also. When space key is pressed, that is when you're firing the gun, the bullets go to the anti-aircraft. They point in the direction of the anti-aircraft, that is in the same direction as the anti-aircraft. Then they move 35 steps. This is to move them from somewhere here in the center of the gun to the tip. Then it displays for 0.1 seconds and hides. Let me show you that. So over here you can see it displays for a fraction of a second and hides. Same as before, you can shoot the paratroopers before they land, and it counts the number of kills. So that's what I added to the game. Maybe later I'll add counting how many times you shoot the helicopter. Then also I might add another level where there's a jet that drops bombs. But we'll see about that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.